Hey, this is Bremster, and I'm going to play a little bit more Last Epoch. I have a very full day today, but I'm hoping to get an hour or so in before that happens. Now, I do have stash organisation and stuff I need to do, but I thought what I might do is actually kick off and do some of the low level. What? I think you could right click on a key. Right click to open the map at the Champion's Gate. That doesn't work anymore. Right clicking keys doesn't work anymore. It says on the item, right click on to open the map at the Champion's Gate. Okay, so report a bug. Gameplay. Right clicking on key doesn't specifically arena key doesn't move the map to the arena. Okay, so now I need to find where the arena is. So Sulfire Bastion is. Where the Lightless Arbor is. Ruined Coast is where Temporal Sanctum is. Wellrun is where the Lightless Arbor is. Divine Era. Hyboria. There's where the Champion's Gate is. So let's head there. It's possible that it needs to be unlocked, but that would be... So I've got to get to Kolheim Pass and then Champion's Gate. Check that wasn't Kolheim's Pass down there. I don't think it was. No. Okay.
Stand down or die.
That will be a clasp relic. Yeah, it's a mage relic. Absolutely want to cut shards though. Absolutely want shards though. Absolutely want shards. These mobs are so much lower level than me. Kolheim Pass.
or die.
Champion's Gate.
Buying, selling. Safe travels.
Yes, because safe travels is why you come to the Endless Arena. Oh, I should have gone to the observatory first. I will hopefully get more arena keys. Okay, you even get to shop. Arena Champion drops additional runes, additional exalted items. Wow, couldn't click on that. Right? The Claymore has melee attack speed, so I want to shatter that. How am I doing for melee attack speed now? I've got 6. I might get a couple more, and then... No, it used to just offer arena keys. Oh, is it 30 or 40? I thought it was 30 waves. So the Assassin's Longsword is also increased melee attack speed. So what I might do at this point is in here remove melee attack speed and see how I go. Here we go. It's 40 waves, I know. I thought it was 30. I never did that many 40 waves. I mean, these are massive levels lower than me, and they still hit hard. I'm not a fan of this, they just get infinitely harder mechanic. Okay, so Penumbra. So that is not a ring I want. I did get another arena key, and the amulet I got freeze rate multiplier is not ideal. But the necklace I've got is actually pretty good for me. Yeah. Now what I should have done is I've got all this favour to spend. So I should visit the observatory. Hey Keith! I'm not too bad. Because these prophecies I've got, Deaths of Siege Golem, don't know where they are. Death of a rare enemy in Temporal Sanctum, okay. Death of Chronomancer Jura. Harton's Husk in the Fallen Empire. But Death of... Now, which timeline was I actually working on? I was working on both Fall of the Empire and Reign of Dragons. Now, if I check that, did I actually get that prophecy? I did. Lightless Arbor, Temporal Sanctum. Death of a Shade of Oribus. I'd like to do a Shade of Oribus. Deaths of Rare Enemies. I'd like to do that. Death of a Shade of Oribus. Death of Immortal Eye. I can't afford that. Deaths of Rare Enemy. Let's pick those up. If I look at my prophecies now, it actually gave me the ones I asked for, so that's been fixed. Monolith, 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 monolith. So just doing monoliths. Deaths of Shape. So let's go back to the end of time. So now I'm heading to the end of time. Head back to Fall of the Empire. That's... I don't think I did that. Yeah, long may it continue. I've got friends coming over for movie day today. I mean, I'm kind of doing easy stuff in the game, but I'm having fun doing easy stuff in the game, so... Destroy both blood spires, okay? I'll do some admin shortly. I wish I could turn down or off the sound effect for whirling. I know I'm whirling, thank you. Right, let me go across the bridge while whirling. That's not great. Standing still is not ideal for this build. Ooh. Yeah, it was, and I don't know if it's just I couldn't play the build that was coming up or something. I mean, it's some of it is definitely a skill issue, and that's always the situation with games and me. Like, I'm not a phenomenally skilled player, and never will be. I'm not young. Problem with using the shield rush is so that health regen, lightning res. Oh, that's a tier 7 health regen. That's why it showed up in blue. If I do that, you can see it's tier 7 under the suffixes. Everything else is kind of crap about it, unfortunately. Respecking isn't too bad. I've come around to respecking actually being okay. I actually quite like the respecking in this game now that I've done it a couple of times. So if I check these, Death of Immortal Eye, Death of Shade of Oberos, Emperor Corpses, Siege Golem, Rare Enemy, Chronomancer Jura, Hearten's Husk. Oh, I thought okay, oh no, I couldn't afford the one for Exiled Mages. So you just load, when you get the favour, you just load up with prophecies. and then just of stuff that you're doing, and then you just do the stuff. So that, unfortunately, is really good. That right there. And I'm getting close to this, which would be great as well. Okay, so, holy cow. On strength is good. Poison res is not great. So what do I lose in resistance? I lose poison res, and I lose cold res, but I can afford to lose some cold res. Maybe not 39, but I could afford to lose 39. So the poison res is good. Health is good. It's not hybrid health, but I think that would end up being an upgrade. The fire damage is not great. But so what? It's a maximum roll on the endurance. I don't even think I want to change any of the stats on that. I do not want to shatter this. I can't upgrade. Oh dear. No, hang on. I had been... I hadn't been. I thought I had been. Oh, crap. That was a mistake. Level of Warpath. That's been a huge mistake. So I'm going to hold on to that. What I'm going to do, I am going to buy a new stash tab. I'm going to make it gold, and I'm going to call it get these right. I need to resort all of these at some point. Okay. both blood spires and all blood spires. There's 3 of them. Yeah. And I can't even see where the blood is landing in all of this. I wish the game developers would realise, like, that dark red in this map is nearly invisible. And there are certain obstacles that stop you if you're spinning. I just realised there's something I shoot at. The red being dropped in there, can't see anything. In fact, that dark red on this dark purple ground. Probably, Keith, yeah.
Yes? Take care.
I just got stuck. Oh my god, I can't move in these narrow corridors. It doesn't... I'm curious. I have no idea if experimental affixes can actually be... I don't think they can. It's not going to work. Never mind.
Stand down or die.
Wow. Keep just stopping. These are just the wrong stats. Why do I keep bouncing? These narrow corridors are not good for this build. Like, I'm trying to move over there and it won't let me while I'm spinning. And my mouse is over there, it's moving me in the wrong direction. Like, my mouse is on the bad guy and it moves me away because when you're spinning, it changes your hit point in these small locations. Oh my lord, that's a terrible bug. Can't control your movement. Okay. Report bugs. So that amulet will have... What does that have? It causes it... Oh, void pen. which I've got on that, but want to improve. But there's too many, and it's only rank 1. Oh, it's rank 2 Void Pen. I'm still going to gamble it. No, I didn't get the right thing. Still going to gamble. So, on that, Void Pen is the only thing I can improve. Do not want to shutter. I still don't have any Void Pen. Possibly should have used Rune of Removal. I like being able to put into your loot filters, like, I need these shards. Highlight them. Oh. The next passive point I want is more points into Fearless. What did you call me? This location is terrible for the beacon. So getting through that door. In fact, if the beacon had just been a little bit south, it's possible you wouldn't have been able to get through the door. You should be doing the quest. Definitely a silly build. picked up the prophecy to kill Watchers. I haven't seen any since. Used to get them all the time. A notification when you finish a prophecy or progress a prophecy would be nice. So you can go, oh, that's right, I had that. Because if you've got like 30 prophecies, you're not going to remember all the prophecies you've got. And if you're in something that's got the mobs that you need to kill for one of your prophecies, but you don't remember that you've got the prophecy, so those gloves are not great because stun, chance, mana and throwing damage are not what I want. But the hybrid health would be useful, so I am going to shatter them. And I've got 2 hybrid health shards. Ooh, and I can skill up, but I can do that back in town. I can skill up my Sigils of Hope. Taking Enduring Hope wherever that is. It's going to be off here somewhere. Faith, Soliloquy. Is Enduring Hope something I... Oh yes, it's the 5th point of Enduring Hope. Sigils last longer. Excellent. I'll take some coin. Ooh, this is a waves. I can't click on the shrine. Clicking on the shrine is moving me to a different location. You can't click on the bases of shrines anymore. And clicking on the top of the shrine is trying to move me to the location below the shrine. You can't click on the shrine while you're spinning. And if you stop spinning, your defenses go through the floor. They've really not cared about this build. Like, we want you to die. Do not play this build hardcore. Just don't. Gold, gold, hooked down eye. Now, I've noticed, I don't know if it's the same in Empowered Echoes, but in normal Echoes, if you die on the boss, you don't lose stability anymore, which I think is a good change. I don't know if... It may have always been that, although I do remember losing it when I was trying Ragon on them. Now, for Empowered Echoes, I don't know how I feel about it, whether that would be a thing. I think making it that you lose less stability might be cool. At least Diablo 3, a 15-year-old game, had more voice lines. Voice lines are tiny, they take no space in your game files. The fact that you can go this far and not see a shade of Oribus is an indication they've made these way too big.
I see.
These fools are still trying to prolong their immortality. The Emperor is dead, the immortal empire is over, the void is consuming all that remains, and soon they will long for it. Please end it. Destroy their soul repositories. Okay. I will try.
Stand down or die.
Apparently I move faster when spinning, or at least that's an ability I bought, but it doesn't feel like you move faster while spinning. Hang on. So, yeah, these are the 5 affixes I was picking up. Oh, wait. I've got the wrong thing in there. That's all set up wrong. That should be white. So in here, all resistances while channeling should go in here. And then that, it's only tier 1. I'll gamble. I got no resistance as well channeling. Okay. Is that rain of arrows ever going to go away? Okay. It feels like I move faster when I'm not channeling, even though I've got like a 30% move buff when I'm spinning. Ah, now's when I've got to find and probably fight Yulia. Yep. Okay. Melee void damage, but it's only tier 1. Okay. Crit strike chance. Stun chance. Damage over time for minions is not great. But melee void damage is something I want, so let's see what I get. Melee void shard. Because on that, I do want to put... Oh, it's not melee void. It's chance to... Yeah, actually. That... That could get a lot better. Oh, it was the other armor I got that was better. I'm not getting purple items with the stats I want. Path of Despair. Find the signs of the living amongst the Imperial caravan. If you watch any of the professional players, they will say you do not do these echoes. But I'm having fun, so to them.
Stand down or die.
Couple more levels before I can use these hollow blades, which are really, really good. That one's not, but... I got one that I thought was... Is it that one? Not sure. Yeah, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Dreadnought's Wreckage. So hang on, I'm in Fall of the Empire. Didn't I pick up one of these for Fall of the Empire? Monolith. Reign of Dragons, Temporal Sanctum, Fall of the Empire. Death of Harton's Husk. And I could do it 0 of 2 times. Is this where I fight Harton's Husk? I don't know. Seems to be.
Let the void take this calls. Can't you hear it?
Now, I can't really see ground effects.
Dark.
It's purple on purple. Guys, the developers need to learn contrast as a thing. Purple on purple may be like really thematic.
Void is all that is left.
But it's terrible for gameplay.
The void.
Boss is purple. Room is purple. Ground effects are purple. Communication of what to stand in and what not to stand in is purple.
An abyss calls. Can't you hear it?
Now, I like purple as much as the next person, unless the next person is Ratfix.
Am I free?
Now, what was the thing I had? Exalted melee weapons. But it got me a bunch of favour from doing that. Unfortunately, it took me out, which I don't like. I wish it took you back into the... That's an ugly looking shield. It's kind of funny. I don't know why that showed up. Could be the parry chance. I'm just going to shatter that. Let's head back to Reign of Dragons and see how I go in here. Now, last time I got absolutely destroyed, and that was almost instant, but I'm going to see how I go now. Yes, her liking for purple is about as legendary as my liking for orange. But I will state, this game is just a blur. Everything is just a blur. Even when I was playing the bear, everything is just a blur. I don't know what it was. Diablo 3, everything is a bit of a blur. In this game, everything is more of a blur than Diablo 3 was. So there's something different about it for sure. So I think it looks better than Diablo 3, but there's something about the art style that just makes it more blurry. I thought I had a prophecy to kill those things. I don't know. Shred armor on hit is... Alright, get a few of them. I got stand down, but I stood up again. Oh, that's not how it goes. I got sat down, but I stood up again.
Stand down or die.
You've already said that. I heard you the first time. I don't think so. She doesn't like this style of game, so she's definitely not going to appear. So this is the armor, like Thorny Apocalypse armor is the armor that I want to start wearing with the right stats. I think. I mean, what does it say that I should be wearing? Solarium plate. Oh, because of the endurance. Actually, it says I should be wearing Wings of Argentus. No, it says I should be wearing Solarium plate. Don't know why. That looks better. Lots more armor. Stun avoidance. Increased echo damage when a skill is echoed. Maybe the endurance is more important. None of those stats are good though. None of those stats are good either. I'm going to shatter that. See, level of shield rush shards. Why did that show up? I mean, that's the right thing, but with the wrong stats. So I shattered it. I don't know why I did that. Anyway. So let's go get some more of those shards.
Yes. Take care.
I wanted to do an Oberos, but I thought they had obies in these, but I'm not seeing them. How's comparing her to Michael Keating? Michael Keaton. Michael Keating is a different person. Though British. I've been watching a lot of stuff about Blade 7 recently. Blade 7 is such a good show. I need to watch Blade 7 through again. It's another hollow blade. Melee attack, melee damage. That's not terrible. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible.
Stand down or die.
Tuesday night, I think I'm just going to go to the theatre. I've posted Sudoku videos up until Friday. I think they're gonna shoot it. Person of interest was fun. So there was Kill Immortal Eyes, Deaths of Immortal Eyes. So I've done a bunch of them. It doesn't tell you how many of them you've done, which I think is a problem. So how many I think I just killed 2, and I have to kill 6, and it doesn't tell me, like, I think I can do it once. Although, so that one's filled 0 of 2. This one can be done once. And it, yeah, so giving you a progress bar or a progress status on them, I think would be good. Necro pen, health, shred armor on hit. I'm just going to shatter it. Okay, so can you get this armor reduced? Yeah, you can. So that's a good one too. Okay. Now, what was I doing? I am so close to getting this, which will be nice. 8,004 more rep. Way I'm supposed to go. Going to pick him up even though I don't think I want him. So you can't. I like the feel of the combat in this game mostly. I think it needs some refining. And I'm amazed in the 5 years that they've been working on it, they haven't. Praetorian Belt of Hope, okay. Opal Ring of Sanctuary. That's not great. Why is that showing up? Possibly crit strike avoidance? That'd be the fire resistance and the endurance. And that'll be the poison and the lightning resistance. Okay. So that is because of the health and the increased health. So it's only a tier 2, so I'm going to risk it with the shatter. And I didn't get any hybrid health. So let's put the uniques away. And let's put the keys away. I will do a... actually, I'm pretty certain those were crap. Yeah. I will do a sorting run through my stash. So I'll probably do a session coming up where I'm just going to sort my stash. But for now... No, I enjoyed Personal Interest. We only watched it once. I'm not sure... Actually, my wife may have watched it twice. I'm currently rewatching the original series of Star Trek and enjoying it more than I thought I would.
Stand down or die.
I mean, I knew I was going to enjoy Season 1 and Season 2, but I'm even kind of enjoying Season 3, which is unexpected to me. Mortal Eyes, Shade, Emperor of Corpses, Siege Golem. So these are the things I need to kill. So I should stay in here until I've completed that. Because I think I've done 2 and it says I need 5. I'm assuming it still says I need 5. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it doesn't give you a progress, which I think is a bit of a problem. So you don't know how you're doing. So if it turned around and said you need 5 and you've done 3, and if when you actually achieve something there was a bit of a pop-up that tells you... Ah, there you go, that would have done it. So the reason those 2 items dropped is if I look here, there's no Death of Siege Golem, so I'd actually killed 3. So giving you a progress bar... Less armor... but 9% more armor. So does that 2231? No. My original was better, but what about this one? 80% increased void, yep, 20%, 52 armor and 4% more armor. So those are both worse. So I got the same helm as I already had, but they're worse. So, goodbye, goodbye. Stand down or sit up. Wait. There'll be at some point I'm going to maybe come up with a funny response to that. I'm still curious. So how do I get to the place I'm trying to get to? Is it this way? May have had to have gone the other way. 8:32 in the morning. Need to... No, spin. I can charge. But it uses a lot of mana, and I don't have the ability to get mana back in combat. See, I can charge. The problem is, when I use charge, I then can't spin. Because it uses all my bloomin' mana. I'm not getting purples in the stats I want, am I? I'm just getting yellows. Terror Crown. There are many things I think this game has got right, and a few things I think it's got wrong. Usability, I think it's got terribly wrong. I think it's the tuning required for your builds. I think it's got terribly wrong. And that might be because of the difficulty in being able to make an item. Like, for example, if I could pick up an item like that, now that's rogue body armor, so that's a bad example. But if I could pick up an item that I wanted, so, you know, this amulet, and I felt that I had a good chance of being able to at least put low levels of the stats. So maybe turn around and say, rather than, at the moment you have the ability to, let's use something in my inventory. I have the ability to, so with that +1 attunement, I could try and put that +1 attunement into the 5th slot. But if you put it into your 5th slot, then it's really expensive to do so. And you get this situation where, and then you can put something in it, but it's using a lot of forging potential to do it. Now, what it would be nice to do is have the ability to maybe have a glyph or something where you select, or not a glyph, it's a, whatever these are, glyph. You have a glyph which removes a particular thing, doesn't give you the shards. So unlike Runa of Removal, which removes something particularly, it removes a particular affix completely and gives you that slot back, but it sets the maximum level that you can put into that to maybe tier 3. So you will never be able to upgrade it to tier 5. It doesn't cost forging potential, but what you're basically saying is, I just want to have an okay item with the right stats on it, so I can then farm for something that is good. Because this running around trying to, with like not having, I don't know, maybe I feel it's, I don't know, and I fully, like, getting a purple item like this, chance to slow on hit, like this weapon, maybe not this weapon, but being able to get a weapon and turning around and saying, what I want to do is remove the melee lightning, and no, this is a one-handed sword, so it's useless. But I want to be able to remove the bad stat and be able to upgrade it to something okay in something good, but actually brick the item a bit. Like, feeling comfortable bricking the item a little bit, saying, okay, the thing that I specifically remove, I can't take to even tier 4 or tier 5 because I've broken that. So I can at least know I'm going to not completely destroy an item when I find something that's okay. And then while I'm running around with something that's terrible, or at least not great, and then I will feel much more comfortable using my shards gambling on something else, because at least I've got something that's okay. And it should absolutely cost, you know, shards and the things that you're trying to remove and all of that sort of thing. I should upgrade all my skills. Why have I not done this? Whereas I'm wrong one. So, hopefully I won't get attacked. For my passive, it's the next point in Fearless. I don't know how I'm supposed to get all these passive points. Actually, I think I did the check. There is enough levels in the game. And then for my skills, for Warpath, I want Blade Master's Blade. Which is this. A larger area? That's going to be a problem, isn't it? I'm not going to get down any corridors. For Volatile Reversal, it's another point in Harbinger of Doost. For Shield Rouge, it is Warrior's Entrance, a second point. For a Pneumoli, it is a second point, no, first point in Manipulation. And for Sigils of Ope, a third point in Iron Sigils, which is there. Pada!
Down or die.
Boots. A Terra's Path. Those are good for everything except here. I really wanted those when I was playing my druid. Pick up the gold. Open the chest. Melee void damage. Nice. Low roll though. Melee attack speed. Nice. Chance to slow on hit. Good. That bottom one though is terrible. I don't think that's as good. And these cosmetic portals are just too slow. Hirot's Sanctum. You can't put 7 on a 3-line arrow adding to 9. Yes, this is a truth. You cannot put 7 on a 3-line arrow adding to 9. Even if the digits don't see each other. Well, actually, you could if the digits don't see each other. 711 could work.
Yes. Terra's Grace.
Down or die.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Stand down or die.
Yep. 3-cell arrow, what's the maximum? What, I think you can only put a 1 or a 2 in that shell. Even if the digits don't see, even if the digits didn't see each other, I think you could still only limit it to 1 or 2. I need to do Temporal Sanctum at some point. I don't recall seeing chests that often in Echoes, but it's also possible that they are so badly hidden. Like, they've just got that really little gold rim around them, which is almost impossible to see. Like, the big glowy chests that appear on the map are okay. But I've seen a couple of little normal chests this session. Yeah, portals that opened that quickly that were... So these gloves, cast speed, now the crit strike chance is good. Crit strike avoidance, I've got, I don't need. Cast speed I don't need, but it's got 51 forging potential. So, am I going to be lucky enough to turn crit strike avoidance into something good? Ideally, health or hybrid health. Okay, what about cast speed? I've got one shot at this. This is not great. So before I worry about it, let's just make that go away.
Yes.
Increased area for melee attack speeds. That is something I quite like. Is it something you get a lot of? No, it's not. Why? This is a weird bug. But let's shatter that and see if I get increased area for melee attacks. Yep. Melee void damage. Hammer throw distance, necrotic resistance. That's just bad. Armor shred effect. That's weird.
Stand down or die.
So I used that once and immediately lost the ability to spin. That's a real... That's a real problem with this build. Like, I'm curious if I... Level 77, that's cool.
Stand down or die.
So is it the longer I use the charge ability, I use more mana? There's another winged blade. Oh, it's a winged blade, not a... But I now have the level required. Volcanus. The problem I've got is I'm going to lose that 90% reduced damage taken from critical hits if I equip one of these. Now let's do the point. I think it's another point in Fearless. It is. Which was even more vitality and health regen. So that's even more resistances. So for example, if I was to... What I want is rather than health on kill, I really want that reduced bonus damage taken from critical strikes. But the only way... I mean, I could try... and do that, and failed it. And now it's not going to work. So now I do that, and now it's chance to ignite, and that's been bricked. Because I can't lose that effect. And this is the problem I have. And it's not listed here. They've broken this. So, reduced bonus damage taken from critical strikes. Actually, I'm going to log this. Reduced bonus damage taken from critical strikes is not shown in the defense section of the... I mean, you say add screenshot and everything, but how? Like, add screenshot. There is no option here because I have to go into here. So how... The only screenshot that is added... So because you've got to go into report a bug... the add screenshot. So this is funny. This is another bug. So what I want to show is that this isn't here. But there's no report a bug through here. So I have to go to setting. No, it's not settings. So what I want to do is show a screenshot of this. But to do that, I have to go to main menu to go to report a bug, which closes that menu. clever, guys. And that item has been completely bricked. And this is the problem. And these have really low forging potential. So I could, for example, just stick this in, use Rune of Chaos on all attributes and see what happens. Great. That's actually kind of bricked. Yeah, this is... It's an absolute brick. Make it go away. So getting a good item is really damn hard. Okay.
Yes? I was just on my way to amend a record. How can I help you?
I think the hardest thing for me to find with this build What? That would have taken a lot of favour because it bought that and then sold it. Because I clicked on something. Wow, that's terrible. I clicked here and it gave me the thing next. Wow. %15% increased chance per rectified exalted items. Okay. None of those are good. Why not? Reign of Dragons timeline 110 corruption. I'm nowhere near that. Monolith with at least 14 corruption. Death of Diamond Matron. No condition, hybrid health affix shards. And you can do it 7 times? I'll take that one, thank you. Diamond Matrons? So for a while, when I killed Diamond Matrons, kill 3 Diamond Matrons, get a hybrid health affix shard. Okay. Now, where was I battling? I think it was the Reign of Dragons, wasn't it? Okay, I thought I hadn't hit the button. Okay, so it's a single mana cost per use, but after you do the fight where you're in it, you kind of then just want to stop and get your mana back. So you finish the fight, then you stop and get your mana back. So for actually running stuff, it's way slower. I'm still not a fan of the concept of the people who put these builds together. Basically, the way Max Roll put their builds together is they load up a level 100 character, put the build together with a level 100 character, and then say, this works at level 70. They never tested it at level 70. They've got no clue whether it works at level 70 or not. As proved from the concept that I had to modify their build because I wouldn't have one of their primary skills until level 83 if I use the build that they said, because they just don't care because they only built it with a level 100 character. They basically respect a level 100 Void Knight to make it work. Apart from that, this is pretty good. I don't like the use of the shield skill, but it's not bugged, so that's a good step forward. It's been 2 hours. I wasn't going to play this long. I should have stopped soon. I possibly need to remap my abilities, because I keep hitting the wrong key for the wrong ability. Although that's partly because I don't use the abilities very often. He fell down when he died, does that count? Ah, I hit rank 5. So 35% for double. And I think it just procced, because that's a lot of idols. So at some point I'm going to have to sort out all those idols. I really need to do an admin session. Hooray! Poison penetration. That is not a good necklace. Cold res. Throwing damage, health regen per second. I've got 3 of these. Again, they're dropping a red ground effect from the bone spire, those little red circles, on a red ground in a red light. The improved lighting effects are not actually an improvement. Now the big green from the mobs, that stuff is okay. But the little red circles, take 15 shrines, make sure they're not well filled with, although, you know, it was haste, so I can quickly head back to town. Poison penetration. Penetration is... Who
Yes.
knows if I'll pay a penetration build?
Take care.
How am I going for gold? Yeah, I'm spending a lot of it. That's the problem. I could do one more. Just one more.
Down or die.
You've said that before. Can't click the shrine because it's in the middle of the bone spire.
Stand down or die.
Because when I do the cleanup, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to get rid of all of the items that are not as good. So, 513 armor, stun avoidance, increased echo damage when a skill is echoed. That looks great, but 115 mana? I mean, I do have mana issues. Requires level 79... Oh, okay. So let's just stick that in the Exalted category. Strength achievement fight. I don't know. I just don't know. Increased armor. Is that a... Oh, they've changed the spelling. Increased armor. I've got 9 of them. So there's... It's not hugely common. So you do something like that, and now I'm hitting like I to open my thing. It doesn't work. Until you move, then you can click I. That's really weird. So that was the helm, which has increased armor. So if I shatter that... +1 armor shards. I'm going to shatter that as well. I'm going to shatter that. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Armor and reduced damage from crit strikes. I mean, that's a really nice thing to have as well as that, but... Elemental damage over time, cold res, poison res. This is terrible. The void damage isn't terrible. Still don't have any more void pen. Okay, I'm going to call it there. Thank you, Keith, for dropping in. Really appreciate it. Hope you had fun. But I have people arriving in the house probably like now. So, oops. Yeah. Thanks. That was a lot of silly fun. Did I make a lot of progress in 2.5 hours? Not really. Like, people push through these early monoliths like in 15, 20 minutes. I'm taking a lot longer than that. But I'm having fun. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm frustrated by different elements of the game. But I just have to adjust my play style to what the game is. And if that means I take a lot longer to do it, that's the way it is. Bye all.